Let's go.
Who's the snitch?
Yeah, I want to report this dude, Rafael Herrera. He works over at the trap shop. This Chivato has been sending info to the resistance force.
Look at that.
Pretty good-sized city, considering the location.
Reminds me a little bit of Houston. Everything is built around the oil refinery.
Radio is not responsible for any harm that may occur as a result of this broadcast. The views expressed wherein are legal, blah, 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 legal, puede chupármela.
We're entering the witch market.
El Mercado de las Brujas. This is where the locals come to buy good luck charms or love potions or even a curse for their enemies. No shit.
Eyes up. If the intel is correct, Jensen could be here somewhere.
What in the hell is a guy like Jensen looking for in a place like this?
Whatever it is, it ain't good. Trust me.
Eyes on Jensen. Take him alive.
Back off! I'm a scientist.
Hands. Show me your hands. Do it now.
Damn fascists! You've got no right! I'm an American citizen!
Stay where you are and put your hands on your head. Don't make me tell you again.
Yeah? Or what?
Shit, Jensen's getting away. Their LT's trying to run.
Get away from me, you fucking psycho! Get your goddamn hands off me!
You try that shit again and I'll put a bullet in both your legs. You read me? Now shut up and move. Shitballs.
Going on menu.
Rolas, remixes, tránsito. Los varos, buscas, escuadras, promos, trocas, bases, gallos, putazos. Y aquí, cabrones, los
This is bullshit. You can't just arrest somebody for going to a fucking market.
Save it, Jensen. We know all about you and the cartel. What I don't get is this. You're a scientist, right?
sueño.
So what the hell were you doing at a place like the Witch Market?
Processing cocaine isn't just about solvents and reagents. Not the way I do it, at least. I get powders from the brujos that speed the process along and make the result more potent.
Yeah? Like what?
Like, fuck you. That's proprietary information. You want my secret recipe, you gotta pay for it.
The left-hand path. Open their eyes to the world before it is too late for them. Before they burn in the lake of fire. Santísima Niña Blanca, give me the strength to make them see. If I am not able to open their eyes, then let me open their scars. Amen.
Amén, chingados.
Transmitiendo desde Lado Bolivia. Esto es Radio Santa Blanca. A ti que eres joven, a ti que buscas una oportunidad para tener un futuro, a ti que no tienes los recursos necesarios para seguir tus estudios, a ti te amo. Esperanza Santa Blanca está buscando jóvenes como tú, con talento para apoyarlos a través de nuestro sistema de becas a nivel mundial. Aplica ahora mismo. Nuestra misión es ayudarte a alcanzar tus sueños. ¿Qué estás esperando? Acércate ahora. Esperanza Santa Blanca.
La noche más larga del año. La noche en la que todo se vale. DJ El Paso, el maestro de la consola por primera vez de gira en nuestro país. ¿Te lo vas a perder? Boletos en taquilla del estadio y en nuestro sistema por internet.
Son las 9 en punto. Hace sol ahorita y va a ser mucho calor hoy por la tarde. Va a ser parecido por 2 o 3 días hasta jueves, cuando la lluvia viene por la noche y hace mucho viento. Ten cuidado si viaja a las montañas y hasta el fin de semana va a ser mucho viento. Hasta mañana.
You got no fucking right, you hear me? You don't have any legal jurisdiction here. I mean, even if you did, I'm a U.S. citizen here on a legitimate work visa.
You're facilitating the manufacture of an illegal substance.
An illegal substance that provides income for a gang of rapists and murderers.
Not my problem. I'm not holding a gun to someone's head. I'm not making anyone take any drugs. People make their own choices. That's what individual liberty is all about.
Fair enough. Take this fuck outside and shoot him in the head.
Wait! What the hell?
You're right, Marcus. We don't have legal jurisdiction in Bolivia. So I'm gonna exercise my individual liberty and ask my associate here to blow your goddamn brains out.
Wait!
You got something to say?
Look, can we make some sort of a deal here?
Sure we can. You tell me what I want to know and I won't put a bullet in your sociopathic skull.
Fuck! Fine. I'll tell you what you want to know.
That's all I'm asking.
This is Bowman. Excellent work in Libertad. Stopping Jensen has halted training in the province, and losing the supply of precursor chemicals from VAB gas has crippled production. This will cost the cartel millions in lost product every day, which is gonna hit them where it hurts.
Copy that. Thanks for the good word. We're displacing to the next AO now.
It's Bowman. Looks like the damage you've done to the cartel's production network just paid another dividend.
What's up?
Forcing the Gringa and El Yayo to start cutting the purity of their cocaine has caused prices to drop and done a lot of damage to the cartel's rep.
Sucks to be them. What's it do for us?
We got La Gringa, but Sueño still needs a dog to kick. Yayo's managing production while the cartel keeps him prisoner in his own house. Extract El Yayo to an RP. Expect strong opposition. Word is the guards have orders to kill El Yayo if he tries to escape.
Roger that.
El Yayo's fallen out of favor with the cartel. Let's bring him in. It's time we made him an offer.
Hang on, I'll drive.
Santa Blanca affiliates. Santa
Come in,
Blanca.
let's go.
Weird shit going on around here with Las
Dennis calls. The people here, families, they're gonna sleep a lot better at night knowing she's not around.
Buenos dias, hermanos. This is El Yayo. You've all known me for a long time. Many of you have stood beside me as I fought for the legalization, recognition, and safety.
This is the place. Let's take this low and slow. If the cartel realizes we're here, the first thing they'll do is kill El Yayo.
Copy that. Hang back, they see you.
Marking a tango. He's close to that local.
Shit, he knows he's taking fire.
No mames, clarito, fueron unos pinches disparos. ¡Órale! ¡Todos, protéjanse!
They're onto us. Stay quiet.
We got rebels throwing down with the cartel. What's our play?
No, hear me out, por favor. I
Who need that,
understand
Chop?
how
Stay
long.
low.
Vámonos. We're taking you someplace safe.
I cannot leave. If El Sueño's men see that I'm gone, the cartel will kill my family.
¡Vamos a enseñarles quién manda! ¡Disparen!
Fuck, they're coming right at us.
You cartel may have killed the men guarding.
Move out. I'm on your 6.
You still haven't told me who you are. I have heard rumors about phantasmas who are making buildings burn, making things disappear, making people disappear. I thought they were just being superstitious.
We're real, and if you cooperate, we can protect you.
I will cooperate, if you protect my family. Where exactly are you taking me?
There's someone who wants to ask you some questions about your activities with the cartel.
I'll tell you whatever you want to know, but only once my family is safe. You understand? If not, you may...
RP's just ahead. Nobody get comfortable. I get the feeling we'll be heading right back out again.
Roger that.
I should have known. CIA has brought in her own sicarios. Simon Bolivar said the United States was destined to plague the Americas with misery. Now that misery is upon my house.
He says Sueño has his family.
You could have led with that. These 4 gunfighters are your best last hope at saving your family. So are you gonna play ball, or are you gonna bury more kin?
Save my family. Then I decide if I will talk.
Yayo's family's in the cartel district of a village called Bahia Floresta. We've got to move fast. Sueño finds he's gone, that family's dead.
I'm cool, let's move.
Coming up on Bahia Floresta. Yayo's wife and son are supposed to be somewhere in the village. Hold up.
Going hot.
The lieutenant's trying to escape.
What's going on out there? My guest is getting antsy. You find Yayo's family?
We're working on it.
Understood. Just hurry, okay? It's gonna be damned ironic if the dude has a coronary waiting for his wife and son.
Roger that.
Sniper, take cover!
No se vaya. Tiene que ayudarnos. No merecemos esto. ¡Vuelva acá! Don't touch me.
Calm down, Chewie. Your father sent us.
You expect me to believe that?
You can believe whatever the fuck you want as long as you shut up and follow instructions. Now follow me. Both packages secure. Let's get them back to their old man. Marking target. Watch the background. And baby, easily.
Sure are a lot of lights and switches up here.
it. You're safe now. The old man's...
Buenas.
Rodolfo.
Rosita, ¿estás bien?
Sí, mi vida.
Papa, what trouble had you gotten us into now, old man?
I just got you out of trouble, kid.
Don't expect us to believe that. Ustedes, blanquiñosos yankees, only bring problems to Bolivia. I may be too young to have marched with the cocaleros in '96, but I have seen the scars on the protesters who were beaten.
Oh, eat a dick. I'm sick of this anti-American bullshit. We're not your enemy, kid.
But you're not our friend either.
Tranquilo, mijo. I have made deals with many devils in my time, and it has always been to protect my family, to ensure that my people, los cocaleros, survive. Now I have made my deal with you, Agent Bowman. I'm sure to regret it later, but for now, it will allow us to see another day.
Bowman get what you want?
Nobody's happy about it, but yeah, looks that way.
Fucking ingrates. They know we saved their lives, right?
All I know is the cartel's gonna have a hell of a time making cocaine without El Yayo. The rest is over my...
You cannot feed the hungry without food. You cannot heal the sick without medicine. And you cannot satisfy demand without a product. With the cocaine production in shambles, our market share was shrinking more and more every day. We increased prices, but it was a temporary solution. We would have to import from Peru and Colombia, invest heavier in meth and MDMA, a very costly and time-consuming endeavor. It would take years to rebuild. I had no choice. If workers were left unpaid for too long, there was no telling what they would resort to. But the biggest loser in all this was the people of Bolivia. Out of work with no means to support their families. All they could do was wait. Wait and see who was next to take possession of the coca fields.
Pay grade.
I heard that.
Nomad. The activity thinks it's got a 20 on Special Agent Sandoval's body. Word is Sueño's people may be holding it until they can destroy all evidence of him. I need him, you understand? I have to bring him home. I owe him that. These cartel fucks have a way of making bodies disappear. You need to find him before that happens.
Roger that. Bowman, We leave no man behind. Got a location here in a cartel communication center. Site handles all the mess.
Hola.
We've got a location on a Santa Blanca communications hub in Montauk. I need you to hack the hub's message logs and see if we can ID the guy running their training program.
American-type magic. Look, anyone with any real factual information is asked to contact Nidia La Reina Flores. Their cerebro's like blood to our chica Nidia Flores, so I'm sure any assistance will be well rewarded.
Ready? Fire, fire, fire.
We'll go. Firing.
Coming up on the objective now. We need to get inside and hack their message logs for intel. Let's move.
They know we're here.
Fire.
I copy. Grenade! Watch out!
Hey, I found a Santa Blanca medal. This will make a nice souvenir. Got a laptop here. Looks like it's connected to the network. Let's see what we can get out of it. Downloading now. Pushing to take direct to Bowman. Stand by. Bowman, this is Nomad. I'm sending you message logs from a cartel comm center here in Montauk. If we're lucky, the name of the cartel senior instructor is in there.
I'm getting it now. Wait one. No joy. There's nothing in here that points to their top guy. There is something interesting, though. Looks like they've got search parties out looking for a deserter. One of their new recruits ran off a few days back. They think he might still be in the area.
How does that help us?
If he was in the training program for any length of time, it's possible he came into contact with our guy.
Think this deserter can give us an ID?
Only one way to find out.
Ready? Open fire.
Copy. Engaging tangos.
Heads up, Santa Blanca's here.
Got a beat on him. Hold up, they're gonna spot you.
Got a location on a cartel resupply point here in Montauk. Looks like it provides...
We've picked up
most of the weapons and ammunition for the province. We went in and destroyed those supplies. We crippled cartel ops across the whole province. Here we go. Looks like the cartel's getting ready for a supply run. Planes fueled and ready to go.
You know the old saying, when life gives you supply planes, you take those fuckers and give them to your rebel friends. Am I right? Get down! Grenade! You with me, man?
Fucking hell!
Got him, he's down.
We done? Shit, kinda got all excited there.
Check it out, weapons case. Awesome, I can put this to use. These supplies will buy us a lot of goodwill from the rebels. I'll pilot.
All right, good to go.
Plane's destroyed. We've got to fall back.
We've picked up chatter that the cartel's looking for a deserter up in the hills. Find this guy and bring him in. He could tell us a lot about the cartel's training program.
Got eyes on the cartel search party.
What's the plan, boss?
We find the leader and grab him. I want to find out what he knows about the deserter.
Roger that. They're on alert.
One's close.
Hold on.
The LT's making a run for it. Hey, chill out. You don't need to die.
Cooperate. He made us.
Get off of me!
After him.
Clear on this side.
Talk to me, pinche pendejo. Who's this deserter you're looking for?
Some little pocos huevos maricón de mierda who ran out from the training camp. Boss says we got to make an example out of him so the others don't get the same idea. We're gonna drag him back and let the other recruits take turns on him with a machete.
Where's this little chicken shit now?
We don't know for sure yet, but we're getting close. One of the other search parties thinks they found his trail.
Where's this other search party? Tell me and maybe I'll let you go.
Okay, chinga.
We're closing in on the deserter. Let's sweep the area where he was spotted and see if we can find him.
Good to go.
Yo, pendejos! Stop what you're doing!
Got eyes on another search party. We gotta be in the right grid.
Cartel's closing in. We'd best haul ass and find this dude before they do.
Copy that. I've got eyes. Wait.
Quítate, pendejo! Back the fuck off! You hear me? I'll kill you! I swear I will!
Silencio. Marcha.
Get the fuck away from me! Let me go!
Shut up. From here on out, I talk, you listen. Not if you understand. Now move.
Take me back there, neta, por favor. I'm begging you. I can't.
Taking a shot.
Watch it, it's gonna blow.
What's going on there?
It's gonna blow.
Got the helo.
Cool, that's it, we're clear.
No! Let me go!
I think our guns are spooking them.
I'll drive.
Hey, ¿qué pasa?
Come on, Emilio. There's someone I want you to meet.
Santa Blanca Radio, transmitiendo con 100.000 watts de potencia para toda Bolivia.
No! Let me go!
Silencio. Marche.
You want to get away from the cartel, Emilio? I can make that happen. But I need something from you. What can you tell me about the man running the camp?
Carajo, I don't know. He's a gringo. Big man. Guys like stones, you know? Es malo. Even the guards are scared of him.
He got a name?
One of the instructors, they call him Bookhart.
Carl Bookhart?
You know who he's talking about?
There was a Sergeant Bookhart with the Rangers when I was in the sandbox back in '03. We worked together a couple of times.
Shit. Get back to your team. I'll check in with Langley and see what I can find out about Bookhart.
Emilio gave us a name. Carl Bookhart.
Dude's an American?
If he's the guy I'm thinking of, he used to be an Army Ranger. We even served together for a while.
A ranger? No. No fucking way.
Bowman's getting confirmation now. She'll get back to us when she knows for sure.
They're on alert.
Got some background for you on Carl Bookhart. Looks like you were right. His 214 has him in Iraq with 3rd Battalion, 75th Ranger Regiment back in '03, discharged in '06, and then he drops off the radar.
I'm getting the notion he's kept in shape.
Our deserter tells me he's at a cartel base located inside the abandoned Choza Padre silver mine. Find Bookhart, take him out. Killing him will disrupt the cartel's training program for months.
Copy that. We'll get it done.
Get ready. Odds left, evens right. Focus on your goddamn sectors this time.
Carl Bookhart, former sergeant, 3rd Battalion, 75th Ranger Regiment, natural-born killer.
Show me what you got, cocksuckers. Make me hard. Go, go, go!
Carl was in and out of juvie from around age 15. Records are sealed, but the pattern is what you'd expect. At 18, a judge gave him the choice of joining the Army or doing jail time. Bookhart thrived in the Army. After graduating from Ranger School, he deployed to Iraq with 3rd Battalion in 2003. He finally found his place and was looking to make the Army his career. And then in '05, his patrol hit an IED in downtown Ramadi. Bookhart didn't take to civilian life. Couldn't keep a job for more than a couple weeks, and started having run-ins with the cops again. Started telling anyone who'd listen about how the Army fucked him over. Eventually, he started spending time over the border in Juarez. God knows what Bookhart was looking for down there, but eventually he crossed paths with El Muro, head of Santa Blanca security. They share some beers, maybe some blow. Bookhart gets to talking about his Army days, El Muro is impressed. He knows the real thing when he sees it. He asks Bookhart to come to Bolivia to train the cartel's army in the Montioc province. El Muro wants them to be the best force of its kind in all of South America. And Bookhart is just the kind of man he's looking for. The kind of man who can run combat drills, show a bunch of morons how to field strip a G-36 in 2 minutes flat. The kind of man who can turn narcos into elite soldiers.
Searching this location for intel. Poke the hornet's nest.
Copy that.
¡Mierda, chingada madre! ¡Hay un puntero de soldados gringos acá! ¡Ótenlo!
Shit, they spotted us.
I've been wanting one of these.
They're coming this way. What do you want us to do?
Get to cover. Move!
Pay dirt. We've got a location on the cartel's primary training camp here in Montioc.
Nomad, I have something for you.
Let's hit it.
Fire.
Roger.
Bowman, we found your package. I have the access card.
Unidad has custody of a high-level Skeltech engineer.
Nomad, I have something for you.
As you can imagine, he knows some sensitive U.S. industrial secrets that we'd like to stay secret. Unidad currently is holding him at an underground research facility, and that card should open the security door. Check your map for the facility's location. I need you and your team to find him and extract him. Think you can handle that?
Simple extract? Consider it done.
Don't be so sure this one's gonna be simple. Call me when you have the engineer. Bowman out.
Looks like a Skeltech engineer wandered a little too far from home and now Unidad has him. We're gonna get him. Before he spills any high-tech secrets.
Skeltech? As in the tech company started by Jay Skell?
Who's that?
Only one of the smartest and richest people on the planet.
Skeltech probably designed half the gadgets we use.
Well, if he's so smart and rich, why does he need us to clean up his mess?
Shit, just be glad he hasn't replaced us with robots yet.
Ah, I could use this. This must be the way in.
What the hell is this shit? It's massive.
You see any guards?
No. And that worries me. Keep your head on a swivel. There might be civilians inside, so watch your fire. Someone's already hit this place. Keep your head on a swivel. Looks like we caught a break. The scientists are still alive. They've just been knocked down. Only the Unidad soldiers have been killed.
So our guy should still be alive.
Jeez. How are we supposed to find him in all this mess?
We searched, dumbass. Shit. High caliber rounds. These guys want to hurt somebody's feelings.
Sounds like company.
Stay quiet.
Nomad. Fuck.
Walker? The hell are you doing here? Bowman didn't say to expect you.
Cause that tough little handler of ours got no idea I'm here.
What, you sightseeing?
Hunting trip.
Huh, what's the game?
High level, skilled tech engineer. Daniel Rodriguez Arellano. See, Danny here, he's got access to company technology that the government does not want shared. But he's been spending a lot of time in Bolivia.
Probably not out here soaking up the culture, huh?
He's been selling secrets to Unidad. So he and I,
We're about to have a little chat.
Our mission from Bowman was to rescue him from Unidad.
Look, I could blow sunshine up your ass all day, but I'll spare you. Bowman, she's my real target. They know exactly what he's been doing, but she's been protecting the little shit.
What's he do for them?
Informant inside Unidad.
These must be some pretty serious secrets for you to go off script.
Must be.
Fuck. They're here.
Get them up.
Okay. Kayate, you want to live through this? You follow me and do as I say.
You two done making out?
Looks like Walker left some fun for us. Time to... earn our pay.
Puta madre! Who are these guys?
If you want to live long enough to find out, keep your head down.
Opening fire.
Dios mío, I can't take this.
Take cover already.
We got tangos! Engaging! Wow, I don't want any of this! Opening fire! Sheet! Open fire!
Get me out of here.
Grenade, move, move, move! Grenade, cover.
Engaging!
You fellas do good work. We should get together like this more often.
Right. Next time I'll bring a high caliber rifle.
And I'll bring more grenades.
We rattled somebody's cage.
Opening fire! It's my life.
Over here. Everybody hold up, we got hostiles in the area. Down, you're giving yourself away.
Bad guy heard the shots, he's looking for the source.
They've got us blocked off.
Take that engineer, get him out of here. Just remember what we talked about. Be careful who you trust.
Where are you going?
I'll hold him off. Consider it what you owe me.
You sure? There's more than a few of them, and I don't like being in debt.
A todas las unidades, comiencen el ataque.
Sniper,
I
get
don't want
down.
any of this.
We got Tigers! Engaging!
We're cool, we're cool. We good? Shit got close for a second there.
I'll fly.
I'm on. Let's go.
Bowman, we've got the package. Where would you like it delivered?
Good work. I hope it wasn't too much trouble.
Wait. Bowman? Karen Bowman? You know this guy?
Just get him to the safe house. I'll patch the coordinates through to you.
There might be some intel around here.
This is where it ends, amigo. Take care and stay out of trouble. Bowman, this is Nomad. The package has been delivered.
Excellent. Leave him at the safe house. I'll take care of it from here.
Shall we return to our regularly scheduled program of liberating the people of Bolivia from the tyranny of the Santa...
We've got a positive ID on the cartel scene.
Blanca cartel?
I'm ready to sling some more lead.
Not yet. I've got a funny feeling about Bowman and his engineer. Let's get moving.
The truck's getting away.
Taking a shot.
Looks like they're feeling drunk.
Ready. Call the shot. Escort has been destroyed. Escort car has been destroyed.
Get away! Grenade! Grenade!
You're in trouble. Get down.
Just stay down.
Fuck took you so long?
We're good here. We can go ahead and loot the truck.
Got what we came for. Let's clear out. The rebels can send in a team to pick up the food later. Hang on, I'll drive.
I'm in. Let's go.
suaves y con carácter. Tabaco fino tostado a la manera tradicional. Humitos con filtro. La mejor compañía para quien sabe disfrutar el aroma de un buen cigarro.
Humitos con filtro. A la venta en su estante favorito.
This is DJ Perico, and we're on the air talking about gifts for tu morra, Cholita, tu mina, pues. Before the break, we were talking to Sancho about how his Cholita don't like balloons no more.
Sí, Perico, mire, I used to give her balloons and shit for everything, you know? Pues para Christmas, her birthday, Valentine's Day, and like, she used to love them, esas mamadas. I mean, I thought she did, but this last Valentine's Day, I gave her some flowers and chocolates and balloons, you know, like I did last year. But she took a razor blade out of her mouth and popped the balloons, way. So like her birthday is coming up, and I don't know what to get her. La puta idea, mano.
Okay, Sancho, you listening to me? Maybe the problem isn't the balloons. Maybe the problem is that you're giving them to her for every goddamn holiday. No chingues, way. How long you been seeing this girl?
Like, almost 2 years, I guess. No, I want more than 2 years.
A ver, bro. You telling me you forgot your anniversary, too? The only reason she ain't complaining is because she's tired of getting fucking balloons. She's happy you forgot, so that she wouldn't get no more balloons.
Pero, you think for her birthday I should get her like a teddy bear or something?
Holy shit. Vato, you want to give your girl a real gift? Give her my phone number. I'll send her back to you smiling.
Opening fire on these fuckers.
Escort destroyed. Get down! The lieutenant's on the run.
Fuck, get away from there! Escort car destroyed. Kilo's down.
Ammo truck secure. We'll send the location of the radio gear to the rebels.
Hola, raza. This is DJ Perico coming back from a non-stop block of tunes. That last track brought me back, vato. I was remembering this time me and my boy Javi went to this party on that East 38th Street hood in LA. We didn't roll with those carnales, but I was sweating this mora whose brother was in with them real deep. Javi and me was like 15 or something, 14. And like the young boys we were, we wanted to come through the door looking
Tango down.
cabrones with. But Javi, man, that fucker was always stoned. So when we were on the way there, he saw this red taco truck on the corner. This gave us a bunch of made himself for a fucking enchilada. Yo, after he ate, we rolled through the door of that party in our crispy white tees and our fucking 501s, and I thought we looked dope. Those players were about 2 seconds away from giving us that upper head nod that means respect, right? But then, fucking Javi runs through the party, shoving motherfuckers aside, knocking bitches over, and he jumps into the bathroom and lets loose with diarrhea so goddamn explosive, I swear to God you could hear it over the music. We sure as fuck didn't look so duro then, and I sure as fuck wasn't gonna give him that yeah, I was sweating. So I turned my ass around and left that party before any motherfucker could ask my name. As for Javi, he made it out alive. Turns out, all those vatos blew that red taco truck and knew it was bad news, so they felt bad for the pendejo. If I remember right, they actually chucked them in a month later. This is DJ Perico.
Got a station for SP's communication network. I say we knock down that door and take out their control terminal. Demo's primed. I got the C4 primed.
You're gonna get made. Hang back. Firing. Take cover.
Thanks. Too late. The fucking cartel chatter goes on.
No mames. Y ahora esos putos nos están dando con todo desde el oeste. Mándales otra pinche patrulla ya. Necesitamos. Hay una patrulla en camino. Aguante, para.
Looks like more Sicarios want to get some.
I'll pilot.
We've got a positive ID on the cartel senior instructor, a former Army Ranger named Carl Burkhart. The guy broke bad when he went to work for the cartel.
That's
Now we've
right.
got to eliminate him.
closing in on Bookhart's last known location.
We really gonna do this, boss? Kill one of our own?
Bookhart stopped being our brother the day he went to work for the cartel. You see him, you take him out. No hesitation.
I have a shot.
Got no tangos on my rig.
¡Puta madre, todos agachados, cabrones! ¡Nos están atacando!
And we're here. Be careful. Sniper's got us targeted. Find some cover, fast!
Jesus, it smells like a slaughterhouse in here.
The hell kind of training is Bookhart doing?
Hold up. Okay, let's focus on the mission.
The hell kind of training is Bookhart doing?
The first thing a Sicario recruit learns is what it's like to kill a human being. Bring in prisoners and make the recruits take turns on them with hammers and machetes.
Hold on. Spotting another tango. Target carrying submachine guns.
Any ideas, boss?
Settling down. Must think we backed off.
Oh, here we go. They've seen us.
God damn, that was close. Got another tango. We're clear. Fuck, Bookhart made me. He's on the run.
Come on, operator. Get some. Let's see how tough you are.
It's over, Bookhart. You're done. Got eyes on Bookhart. Target marked.
Grenade! Grenade, get to cover.
Fuck took you so long. We got him. Bookhart's dead.
Hell of a way for a ranger to die.
Bookhart chose this, don't forget that. We did what we had to do.
Good work in Montauk. Losing Bookhart's gonna have a major impact on the cartel's training program.
Santa Blanca's best troops are going to be stretched thin to try and cover for the loss. We'll compromise their security and get us one step closer to El Muro.
Damn right. The cartel's been calling the shots in Bolivia for years. Now, finally, we're starting to push back. Keep at it.
El Muro was outmanned and outgunned, and he knew it. What do you do when you don't have an army and you need one? You buy one. Every officer, like every prostitute, has a price.
Quiebren el sueño.
It was the right move. I would have done the same thing. But El Muro forgot. Fear is always worth more than money.
Nomad. Things are moving fast on Santa Blanca's side of the board. El Muro and El Sueño are at war.
This guy Sueño told Muro to kill his own brother?
After that, Muro paid Unidad to hit Sueño.
Guess that didn't go so well.
Not so much.
So now we let these assholes wipe each other out?
I wish. Unfortunately, Muro is one of our only shots at Sueño. They've been best friends since childhood. We need to know everything he knows.
Got it. So we grab El Muro before Unidad sends him out of Bolivia, or Sueño kills him.
El Muro's turned on El Sueño, and now the cartel wants him dead. Get to him and bring him in before he disappears.
Shall we return to our regularly scheduled program of liberating... Shall we return to our regularly scheduled program of liberating the people of Bolivia from the tyranny of the Santa Blanca cartel?
I'm ready to sling some more lead.
Not yet. I got a funny feeling about Bowman and this engineer. Let's get moving.
Shall we return to our regularly scheduled program of liberating the people of Bolivia from the tyranny of the Santa Blanca cartel?
I'm ready to sling some more lead.
Not yet. I got a funny feeling about Bowman and this engineer. Let's get moving.
Shall we return to our regularly scheduled... Punch it! Shall we return to our regularly scheduled... Shall we return to our... Shall we return to our regularly scheduled... Shall we return to our regularly scheduled... Shall we return to our regularly scheduled... Shall we return to our regularly scheduled program of liberating the people of... Shall we return to our regularly scheduled... Shall we return to our regularly scheduled program? Shall we return to our regularly scheduled... 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 Shall we return to our regularly scheduled program of liberating... Shall we return to our regularly scheduled... 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 Shall we return to our regularly scheduled program of liberating the people of Bolivia? Shall we return to our regularly scheduled... Shall we return to our regularly scheduled program of... Shall we return to our regularly scheduled... 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 Shall we return to our regularly scheduled program of liberating the people of Bolivia? Shall we return to our regularly scheduled...
We got small arms fire.
Shall we return to our regularly scheduled program of Shall we return to our regularly scheduled... 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 Shall we return to our regularly scheduled program of liberating the people of... Shall we return to our regularly scheduled... Shall we return to our regularly scheduled program of...
The LT's
Shall
making a
we
run
return to our regularly scheduled... Shall we return to our regularly scheduled... Shall we return to our regularly scheduled program of liberating the people?
Marking a captain.
Shall we return to our regularly scheduled... Shall we return to our regularly scheduled program of... Shall we return to our regularly scheduled... Shall we return to our regularly scheduled...
I'll drive.
Shall we return to our regularly scheduled program of liberating the people of Bolivia from the tyranny of the Santa Blanca cartel?
I'm ready to sling some more lead.
Not yet. I got a funny feeling about Bowman and this engineer. Let's get moving.
Shall we return to our regularly scheduled... Shall we return to our regularly scheduled... Shall we return to our regularly scheduled... Shall we return to our regularly scheduled...
I'm open.
Shall we return to our regularly scheduled... 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 Shall we return to our regularly scheduled program of liberating...
Come here, fuckface.
Back off, puto!
Shall we return to our regularly scheduled... Shall we return to our regularly scheduled program? Shall we return to our regularly scheduled... Shall we return to our regularly scheduled... Shall we return to our regularly scheduled...
We got a problem. Cartel soldiers
incoming. Shall we return to our regularly scheduled... Shall we return to our regularly scheduled... Shall we return to our regularly scheduled... Shall we return to our regularly scheduled program? Shall we return to our regularly scheduled... Shall we return to our regularly scheduled... Shall we return to our regular...
If you gringos were smart, you stop right here. Put a bullet in my brain and go about your fucking business.
Maybe we just like your company, Muro. Isn't every day we meet a genuine Billy badass.
You got huevos, I give you that. But you pendejos are just as people from my way to killing a sueño.
Two men like you being friends. You all had to know one day you were gonna try to kill each other.
Maybe. True amigos are a rare thing in this line of work.
But you can always count on blood.
A huevo. Between mi jefe y mi hermano, the church will always be mi hermano. I'm gonna skin that pendejo sueño and I'm gonna hang his fucking face on the wall. For like a trophy, you know?
Yeah, I get the idea.
But you? I ain't gonna take no trophy when I kill you. You ain't worth it.
Shall we return to our regularly scheduled... That truck is running off. Shall we return to our regularly scheduled... Shall we return to our regularly scheduled... Shall we return to our regularly scheduled program of liberating the... Shall we return to our regularly scheduled...
This is it, El Muro. Well,
shall we return to our regularly scheduled... 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 Shall we return to our regularly scheduled...
That reporter is already putting stories on the...
You have anything interesting to say?
he's He's an angry guy, that's for sure.
No eres más que una puta.
I see what you mean. You want some vengeance against Sueño? I am the means and the way. You just have to start talking. Every word you say is a nail in his coffin.
This is why you keep me alive? Eres muy pendeja. Tu gente killed my brother. Shed my blood in this pinche fucking Bolivian wasteland. I don't even have his goddamn body. Now you expect me to help you take down my best friend? What fucking planet do you think you're on?
Helping us nab Sueño is protecting yourself.
Why would I do that to him? To myself? Ubícate, vieja. We are men out here in the wild. We don't play these pinches morritos games. I respect Sueño. And if I'm going to respect myself, I'm gonna put him down with my own bullet. De mi fusca, cabrona. And now, I got a bullet for you too, Karen Bowman.
Shall we return to our regularly scheduled... Shall we return to our regularly scheduled... Shall we return to our regularly scheduled... Shall we...
My security forces were shattered. I was a king without an army. My generals were dead or captured. I had no defenses, no armor. What use was a gun without a loyal hand to hold it? I had lost the only man I ever considered a friend. And when I asked my partners in Mexico for more sicarios, they refused. I would try to recruit from the gangs in El Salvador and Honduras. One man's war zone is another man's talent pool. But it would take time to train them, to cultivate them. Time I would spend with a target on my back, waiting for someone else to come for the crown. Francisco Ricardo Munguia. El Muro. The wall. The wall between me and my enemies. The wall between me and death. We were born hours apart in the same village. As boys, we were as poor as the rats that scrambled across our dirt floor. Our huts in the shadows of the hilltop mansions, where the narco bosses lived like conquerors. El Muro took a different path. He joined the army. Special forces. He rose through the ranks, helped to protect the local narcos, was paid in cocaine and money along with promotions. When we met again, Francisco hermano, why are you still in the army? You and me together, we could rule. We will protect each other, as we did when we were boys. We will share, like brothers.
The Santa Blanca Security Forces. Run by El Muro, childhood friend and personal bodyguard to El Sueño. El Muro means the wall, as in no one gets over it, no one gets under it, no one gets around it. SBC Security Forces recruit hard and train harder. Instructors from Israel, South Africa, Russia, and unfortunately, even the good old US of A. Polygraphs, first of every month. Pass, you pick up your paycheck. Fail? Yeah, don't fail. Even so, El Muro has a polygraph system of his own. These sicarios, aka gunmen, get intense training in marksmanship, surveillance, driving. 2/3 wash out to become halcones. The guys who make it get assigned to various regions as enforcers, guards for labs and shipments, hitmen. Some become drivers, surveillance specialists, spies, and torturers. Just below El Muro is Santa Blanca's head sicario, La Plaga, the Plague. You may ask, how does a show-off party boy rise to be the second in command of Santa Blanca security? Answer, sperm. La Plaga is El Muro's little brother. But don't kid yourselves. He's the nastiest motherfucker on the internet, and yes, I have been on 4chan. Don't worry, you'll see what I'm talking about.
Return to our regularly scheduled... Shall we return to our regularly scheduled... Shall we return to our regularly scheduled program of liberating the people of Bolivia? Shall we return to our regularly scheduled... Shall we return to our regularly scheduled program of... Shall we return to our regularly scheduled... 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 Shall... Shall we return to our regularly scheduled program of liberating the people of Bolivia? Shall we return to our... Shall we return to our regularly scheduled program of liberating the people of Bolivia from the tyranny of the Santa Blanca cartel?
I'm ready to sling some more lead.
Not yet. I got a funny feeling about Bowman and this engineer. Let's get moving.
Shall we return to our regularly scheduled... Shall we return to our regularly scheduled... Shall we return... to our regularly scheduled... Shall we return 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 to our regularly scheduled program of liberating the people of Bolivia? Shall we return to our regularly scheduled... Shall we return to our regularly scheduled program of liberate... Shall we return to our regularly scheduled... Shall we return to our regularly scheduled program? Shall we return to our regularly scheduled program? Shall we return to our regularly scheduled... Shall we return to our regularly scheduled... Shall we return to our regularly scheduled...
Shitballs.
Shall we return to our regularly scheduled... That truck... Shall we return to our regularly scheduled... Escort car has been destroyed.
Escort vehicle is destroyed.
Shall we return to our regularly scheduled... Shall we return to our regularly scheduled program of liberate... Shall we return to our regularly scheduled... Shall we return to our regularly scheduled...
Commo gear's in good shape.
Shall we return to our regularly scheduled... Shall we return to our regularly scheduled...
Sorry about this, brother, but I gotta have the car.
Shall we
Out.
return to our regularly scheduled... Shall we 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 return to our regularly scheduled program of liberating the people of... Shall we return to our regularly scheduled... Shall we return to our regularly scheduled program of liber... Shall we return to our regularly scheduled... Shall we return to our regularly scheduled pro... Shall we return to our regularly scheduled... Shall we return to our regularly scheduled... Shall we return to our regularly scheduled... Shall we return to our regularly scheduled...
They know we're here.
Shall we return to our regularly scheduled... Shall we return to our regularly scheduled... Shall we return to our regularly scheduled... Shall we return to our regularly scheduled program of liberating... Shall we return to our regularly scheduled... Shall we return to our regularly scheduled pro... Shall we return to our regularly scheduled... 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 Shall we return to our regularly scheduled program of liberating the people of Bolivia? Shall we return to our regularly scheduled...
Watch it, that thing...
Hang in there, I'm coming your way.
Shall we return to our regularly scheduled program of... Shall we return to our regularly scheduled program of liberating the people of... Shall we return to our regularly scheduled program of liberating the people of Bolivia from the tyranny of the Santa Blanca cartel?
I'm ready to sling some more lead.
Not yet. I've got a funny feeling about Bowman and this engineer. Let's get moving.
Shall we return to our regularly scheduled... Shall we return to our regularly scheduled...
Kill it!
Shall we return to our regularly scheduled... 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 Shall we return to our regularly scheduled program of liberating the people... Shall we return to our regularly scheduled... 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 Shall we return to our regularly scheduled...
We can kill it.
Shall we return to our regularly scheduled... Shall we return to our regularly scheduled program of... Shall we return to our regularly scheduled... 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 Shall we return to our regularly scheduled...
You're gonna be alright, you hear me? I'm on the way.
Hold on, man. I'll be right there.
Shall we return to our regularly scheduled pro... Shall we return to our... Shall we return to our regularly scheduled... Shall we return to our regularly scheduled... Shall we return to our regularly scheduled... Shall we return to our regularly scheduled...
Real?
Shall we return to our regularly scheduled... Shall we return to our regularly scheduled program of lib... Shall we return to our regularly scheduled... 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 Shall we return to our regularly scheduled program of liberating the people? Shall we return to our regularly scheduled... Shall we return to our regularly scheduled program? Shall we return to our regularly scheduled... 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 You'll be okay, I'm on my way. Shall we return to our regularly scheduled... Shall we return to our regularly scheduled... Shall we return to our regularly scheduled program of liberating... Shall we return to our regularly scheduled... Shall we return to our regularly scheduled... Shall we return to our reg...
Man down, man down.
Hang on, I'm coming.
Thanks, man. Shall we return to our regularly scheduled... Shall we return to our regularly scheduled program of... Shall we return to our regularly scheduled... Shall we return to our regularly scheduled...
Damn, that's gonna hurt no more.
Shall we return to our regularly scheduled... Shall we return to our reg... Shall we return to our regularly scheduled... Shall we return to our regularly scheduled... Shall we return to our regularly scheduled program of liberating the people? Shall we return to our regularly scheduled... Shall we return to our regularly scheduled program? Shall we return to our regularly scheduled... 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 Shall we return to our regularly scheduled program? Shall we return to our regularly scheduled...
I got you, man. Just hang tight. I'm heading your way.
Shall we return to our regularly scheduled program of liberty?
Man down, yo, man down.
Is that real?
Fuck. How about you not let me get shot next time? Shall we return to our regular... Shall we return to our... Shall we return to our regularly scheduled program of liberating the people? Shall we return to our regularly scheduled... Shall we return to our regularly scheduled pro... Shall we return to our regularly scheduled... 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 Shall we return to our regularly scheduled program of liberating the people of Bolivia?
You with me, man? I'll be
Shall
right
we
there.
return to our regularly scheduled... Shall we return to our regularly scheduled program of liberating... Shall we return to our...